Gregor, I hope you didn't mean that I'm a liberal. Honourable Craig Murray, my RT colleague Peter Lavelle, Honourable Speakers, brothers and sisters, comrades and friends. This is a magnificent event attended by people, as Greg said, of different political stripes, but united in solidarity with prisoner number A9379AY, the world historic figure, Julian Assange. I just want to, in parenthesis, make this point. I said the Honourable Craig Murray. All of the speakers are honourable. Yes. But he is right honourable. You see, people like me had no choice but to take this path. We were born into it. We had no alternatives. This struggle against imperialism was the only choice that we had. But Craig Murray had a glittering career in the British Foreign Office, Her Majesty's ambassador to Uzbekistan, and he threw it all away because he stood up for justice against torture, against disappearances, against political repression. He threw it all away. He could have kept his head down, been the ambassador for here and for there, and have a knighthood. Well, they may not give you a knighthood, but you'll always be Sir Craig Murray to me. Yes. 10 years ago, exactly on this day, I was kidnapped by the thugs of the dictator Hosni Mubarak, who died today. I was kidnapped in the dead of night. I was taken by men without uniform who couldn't speak English, even if they had wanted to tell me who they were and where they were taking me. They drove me for many hours, I knew not where, and deposited me at the airport in Cairo, served me with the certificate, which I proudly hold, a blue paper, declaring me persona non grata and no longer welcome in Egypt. And I have to tell you that the legal proceedings as described here this evening, and in the various blogs, because that's the only place you're going to read anything substantive about what's going on, in blogs like Craig Murray's and many others, these legal proceedings would have been more fitting in Hosni Mubarak's dictatorship in Egypt than in a country like Britain, which is supposed to be a Western democracy. Who cannot tremble with indignation at what happened to Julian Assange just yesterday? Never mind over the last decade. Just yesterday, this man, who should be in Oslo getting the Nobel Peace Prize, was being stripped and searched by goons, handcuffed, held in 5 different cells in one day, handcuffed 11 times. Handcuffed for what? He was in a bulletproof box all day in the court. What were they searching him up his backside for? Why did they take his legal papers away? Talk about an abuse of process. This is an obscenity in a country that pretends to believe in the rule of law and justice. Who cannot tremble with indignation when we learn that every movement Literally, Craig, every time we went to the toilet in the Ecuadorian embassy, the CIA were watching it on video. I'm not exaggerating. There was a camera in the toilet where Pamela Anderson peed, where Craig Murray and me and others who have the honour to be friends of Julian Assange, but much more importantly than our movements, they spied on every legal meeting that Julian had with his representatives in absolute brazen defiance of the rules of justice and the lawyer-client privilege. As Craig pointed out, in any other, if you were in court because your dog had fouled the pavement, and this kind of abuse of process was unveiled by the defence, the case would be thrown out immediately. No trial can take place when it's been corrupted from the beginning in this way. Who cannot tremble with indignation at the idea that the
BBC Radio 4 are complicit? This isn't even...
I'm coming to that point. Who cannot tremble with indignation at the idea that the man that blew the whistle on the war crimes is in Belmarsh and the war criminals are on the BBC and ITV, making in millions and millions and millions and millions of pounds? The criminals have made it a crime to report on the crimes that they committed. Ponder that. That's now the country that we are living in. Who cannot tremble with indignation? Well, 95% at least of Britain's journalists didn't even show up today to hear the defence's argument. 95% of Britain's broadcasters are not trembling with indignation. If you cannot tremble with indignation at any injustice anywhere, you are not a human being. You have no pulse and you have no soul. And that's the reality of the so-called focus states in this country. I speak upon them. This church should be bulging with journalists, because if they had any intention of actually doing their job, what is happening to Julian Assange is a mortal danger to them. It's a knife at their heart. It's a sword of Damocles hanging over their heads if they ever intended to actually be journalists. But of course, the truth is, most of them have sold whatever soul they had just for a ribbon to put on their coat, just for a shilling or two. They have abandoned any claim of moral authority, and these are the people that lecture us, especially at election times. Speaking of which, on the principle that it's better late than never, I'm glad that Jeremy Corbyn and John McDonnell have finally found a voice to speak up in favour of Julian Assange. And if they'd done so earlier, we might have been further down the road to getting Julian out of Belmarsh. I only have time to make two more quick points. And again, they relate to what the Honourable Craig Murray said. You see, I was there when this extradition treaty was reached. It was concluded behind the backs of Parliament during the summer recess. when no member of Parliament could question the treaty which David Blunkett, Tony Blair's Home Secretary, corruptly and secretly concluded with the United States, a one-sided extradition treaty, the likes of which no free country would ever sign with any other country, where they'd never have to send anybody to us, whatever they've done, even if it's killing a young boy on a motorway because you're driving up the wrong side of the road. You don't have to send anybody to us. But we will send anybody to you without even just cause having to be produced. But when Parliament returned in the autumn, I bearded David Blunkett in the members' lobby and told them all the things that I thought were wrong and dangerous with this extradition treaty. And he said to me, "You're worrying unnecessarily because all of the points you're making are taken care of by Article 4.1 of the treaty, which precludes the extradition of people in Britain for political offences to the United States." And now the judge is telling us that although that's on the face of the treaty, it does not apply. What madness is this? If we allow, if the British public allows, the British media allows, if the British political class allows, and remember this has to be rubber stamped, signed off by the current Home Secretary, Priti Patel. So public opinion has a role here. He cannot be sent from this country without a politician, an elected politician, a member of an elected government, signing the final extradition order. If we allow Julian Assange to be sent for the rest of his life, into the dungeons of the US injustice system, journalism, freedom of speech, democracy itself will have been murdered in plain sight on our watch. And that's why we are going to fight again to free Julian